Today, we're going to talk about how our marriage is held in America and what kind of people live in America. Do you know that according to recent studies, almost 30% of all women who live in the US are married to foreign men? The majority of those women come from countries like the Philippines, China, and India. So if you're one of those people who have been thinking about marrying someone from America, then this is the perfect opportunity for you. You can now find out how Americans view marriage and whether or not they would consider marrying someone from your country. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be discussing everything you need to know about how marriages work in America. We will also share with you the different types of people who live there so that way you have a better idea of who it is that you are dealing with when looking for a partner abroad. Make sure to stay tuned until the end, because I promise that by then you will have learned something new. If you want to learn more about international marriages and dating tips, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. Without further ado, let's get started. The United States is a country located in North America. It is the third largest country in terms of population, with over 325 million people living there. The US is also the fourth largest economy in the world. When it comes to marriage, customs, and traditions, each state has its own unique way of doing things. However, there are some general rules that apply to all states. For example, in order for a marriage to be legal, both parties must be at least 18 years old. They also have to exchange vows in front of an ordained minister or other religious leader. And finally, they must obtain a marriage license from their local city court. In most states, the ceremony itself does not require any witnesses, but it is recommended that at least 2 people attend. After the ceremony, the couple should file the marriage certificate with the local city court within 10 days. If they fail to do so, the marriage may not be recognized as valid. In some states, couples are required to have a blood test before getting married. This is done to ensure that neither party is carrying any infectious diseases such as HIV/AIDS. Some states also require that the couple wait a certain amount of time between the issuance of the license and the actual ceremony. This waiting period varies depending on the state, but it is usually between 24 hours and 72 hours. There are also waiting periods for divorces in the United States. These waiting periods allow the couple time to reconsider their decision and seek counseling if necessary. In most states, the minimum waiting period for a divorce is 6 months, but in some states, the waiting period can be as long as 2 years. Interracial marriages are becoming more common in the United States, according to the Pew Research Center. 17% of newlyweds in 2015 were married to someone of a different race or ethnicity than themselves. That number has nearly doubled since 1967, when only 9% of newlyweds were interracial. The most common interracial marriages are between white men and Asian women. In fact, a study found that Asian women are the most likely racial group to marry a no-nation man, while Black women are the least likely. The study also found that people who marry outside of their race or ethnicity tend to do so later in life. The median age at first marriage for interracial couples is 32.6 for men and 31 for women, compared to 27.1 for all other marriages. So now that we've learned about how marriages work in America, let's move on to talking about what kind of people live there. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, There are over 12 million foreign-born residents living in the United States as of 2020. That is about 3.7% of the total population. The majority of foreign-born Americans come from these following countries: Mexico, India, China, Philippines, Vietnam, Cuba, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Haiti. As you can see, the majority of people who live in America come from Spanish-speaking countries as well as East Asia. This is due to a variety of factors such as proximity to the U.S., economic opportunities, and political stability. The United States is home to people from all walks of life. You will find people from all races, religions, and cultures living here. This makes the United States a melting pot of cultures. The United States is also a very diverse country in terms of sexual orientation and gender identity. There are many openly gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people living in the United States. The country has a large number of immigrants from all over the world, which contributes to its cultural diversity. Many Americans identify themselves as being of mixed race or ethnicity. For example, someone might identify as being Mexican American or Chinese American. This is due to the country's history of immigration and the fact that many people have ancestors from multiple different countries. It is important to note that not all Americans identify with the dominant culture. Many people in the United States belong to religious minority groups such as the Amish, the Hutterites, and the Mormons. These groups often live separately from mainstream society and have different ways of life. In addition to these cultural and religious minorities, the United States is also home to a number of ethnic groups. These include African Americans, Hispanic Americans, Asian Americans, and Native Americans. Each of these groups has its own unique history and culture. If you are considering moving to the United States or marrying someone from the United States, it is important to be aware of the different types of people who live here. The United States is a very diverse country, and there are people from all walks of life living here. By learning about the different types of people who live in the United States, you will be able to better understand American culture and make more informed decisions about your future in this country. So what are some of the different types of people who live in the United States? One type of person you will encounter in the United States is the individualist. This is someone who is independent, self-reliant, and doesn't need help from others. Individualists often put their own needs first and are comfortable being alone. Another type of person you will meet in the United States is the humanitarian. This is someone who is concerned about the welfare of others and wants to make the world a better place. Humanitarians often volunteer their time and energy to help those less fortunate than themselves. A third type of person you will encounter in the United States is the conformist. This is someone who goes along with the crowd and doesn't like to stand out. Conformists often feel uncomfortable expressing their individuality and prefer to blend in. Finally, you will also meet people who are open-minded and accepting of others. These people are tolerant of different cultures, religions, and lifestyles, and are willing to learn about different perspectives. They are often curious about the world and enjoy meeting new people. Each of these personality types can be found in people from all walks of life in the United States. No matter what type of person you are, there is a place for you in American society. Just be prepared to encounter all sorts of different personalities when you move here or start dating someone from America. Now that you know more about the different types of people who live in the United States, you are better prepared to navigate American culture and make more informed decisions about whether or not it is the right place for you. The United States is a land of opportunity, and there is no shortage of things to do and places to see. With its vibrant cities, beautiful natural scenery, and welcoming people, the United States has something for everyone. Whether you are looking for adventure, excitement, or just a change of pace, the United States is worth considering. Thank you for watching our video about how marriages are held in America and what kind of people live there. We hope that you enjoyed learning about this topic and that it has helped you better understand American culture. If you have any thoughts or opinions on this subject, please feel free to share them with us in the comments section down below. We would love to hear from you. Do forget to subscribe to our channel if you have already so that you never miss out on any of our videos. We release new videos every week, so there is always fresh content for you to enjoy. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in our next video.